It is lottery day. We are going live for our draft lottery coverage tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to subscribe and join us and turn on your notifications so you know when we go live. You're watching NBA Now. I am Will Scott. We'll get into some lottery talk here in a second. But first, we have breaking news on today's show. Doc Rivers has been fired after 3 seasons as the Philadelphia 76ers head coach. This is not a shock after Philadelphia blew a 3-2 lead against Boston in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Doc Rivers has failed to reach a conference finals for the past decade. Who will be the next 76ers head coach? Let me know down in the comments section. Woj has put out a list of names. We'll get to that here right now. The Sixers search for a new coach is expected to include Mike Budenholzer, Sam Cassell, Mike D'Antoni, Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel, and Monty Williams, sources tell ESPN. Now, the most interesting name on this list, in my opinion, is Mike D'Antoni, who coached the Houston Rockets for 4 seasons. That was during James Harden's prime. Now, if they want to keep Harden in Philadelphia, and of course he has been linked heavily to Houston, potentially returning to the Rockets this offseason, maybe D'Antoni will be at the top of Philly's list here. We do know that he is expected to be involved here in Philadelphia's search. Sam Cassell, I really like him as a possible name. He was the lead assistant to Doc Rivers the last 3 seasons. Of course, the draft lottery is tonight. It has finally arrived. 14 teams have a shot at the number 1 pick, and thus Victor Wembanyama. The Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes will come to an end tonight. The NBA draft is next month on June 22nd. Everybody wants Victor. You literally heard the Rockets owner, Tillman Fertitta, a few weeks ago in an interview. Now, he had a few drinks, it's worth noting. But in this interview, he literally said, pray for Victor. And that has been the mindset of pretty much most teams that are not in playoff contention over the past year. The Wembanyama sweepstakes really started about a year ago because some teams maybe delayed wanting to make win-now moves just so they could have a chance at getting Wembanyama tonight, who is the most hyped-up prospect since LeBron James. Who will get the number 1 pick in Victor Wembanyama? Let me know down in the comments section. Who is going to win the lottery tonight? Chime in down in the comments section. Let me know who is going to win the lotto. So let's go over the odds here, beginning with the Detroit Pistons. They have a 14% chance to win the lottery tonight, a 52.1% chance at a top 4 pick. You can say the same about the Houston Rockets as well as the San Antonio Spurs. So these were the 3 worst teams in the league this season. Thus, they all have the same lottery odds at 14% chance to get Wembanyama tonight. The Hornets not far behind them at 12.5% and a 48.1% chance at a top 4 pick. Then you have the Portland Trail Blazers. This is an intriguing team for me because you have an opportunity potentially to pair Wembanyama with a superstar in Damian Lillard. The Orlando Magic, they had an interesting season. Paolo Banchero won Rookie of the Year. Phenomenal season. He was the number 1 pick last year. Can the Magic get the number 1 pick again? The Indiana Pacers at 6.9% chance to win the lottery tonight. 29.4% chance to get a top 4 pick. The Washington Wizards, can Bradley Beal get some help by winning this lottery tonight? 6.7% chance to get the number 1 pick for Washington. The Utah Jazz, it's funny. I think a lot of us were expecting the Jazz to be in the position that the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Pistons are in because they traded Rudy Gobert. They traded Donovan Mitchell, but they really exceeded expectations this year. They almost got in to the play-in game. They're at a 4.5% chance to win the lottery tonight, 20.3% chance to move up into the top 4. And then the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the Mavericks are interesting because they have a 3% chance to win the lottery tonight, but there's also a chance they're going to lose their first-round pick. The Mavs draft pick is top 10 protected. Otherwise, it goes to the New York Knicks. And do y'all remember at the end of the regular season, the Mavs still had a decent shot to get into the play-in, but they arrested Luka, they arrested Kyrie at the end of the regular season. That's because they wanted a chance to get Victor, and especially they wanted to keep that top 10 pick. Odds Mavs keep the pick is extremely high, nearly 80%. The odds the Knicks get the pick back, 20.2%. New York was obviously feeling pretty good for most of the season, especially after the Kyrie trade, about getting this pick, but then the Mavs really struggled at the end of the year to finish 38-44, and because of that, they have nearly an 80% chance to keep that top 10 protected pick. Will the Mavs keep their pick? Y for yes, in for no, down in the comments section. Let me know. Will the Dallas Mavericks keep their top 10 pick, or is it going to go to the New York Knicks? Marshall Green will be live tonight. Check him out on Knicks Now. Bulls at 1.8% chance. Can a miracle happen for the Chicago Bulls? Now, their pick is top 4 protected. Otherwise, it goes to the Magic. So if the Bulls do not get into the top 4, the Magic get that pick. So Orlando, if some things go their way tonight, they might have 2 top 10 picks. We'll see. The odds the Bulls keep the pick is around 8%. Odd Magic keep the pick, 92%. So it's looking like that's going to the Magic. 1.7% chance for the OKC Thunder. You talk about another team. I mentioned the Jazz. The Thunder also exceeded expectations this year. SGA was a first-team All-NBA team member. So the Thunder certainly moving in the right direction. Not to mention Chet Holmgren didn't even play for them this year as he was injured in the preseason. Raptors at 1% chance to win the lottery tonight, 4.8% chance to get into the top 4. The Pelicans, it's like Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance, 0.5%, half of 1% that they get Wembanyama. Oh, man, you feel bad for the Pelicans. They had a disappointing season. 2.4% chance to get into the top 4 for New Orleans. Taking a look at the remaining draft order here, so the teams that did make the playoffs, the Atlanta Hawks will have the 15th overall pick. The Utah Jazz obviously fleeced the T-Wolves last year in that Rudy Gobert deal. They have the T-Wolves first-round pick at number 16 overall. The Lakers have number 17, the Heat number 18. And if you don't really follow the NBA, you might be saying, well, how come those two teams have, higher draft picks because they're in the Eastern Conference Finals? The playoff results do not impact the draft order here. It's all about the regular season. The Warriors, number 19 overall. The Rockets at 20th overall. They got that pick courtesy of the Eric Gordon trade to the Clippers. The Nets in the Kevin Durant deal got the 21st pick. They also have the 22nd pick. Blazers at number 23 overall with the Josh Hart trade. Kings at 24 overall. What a season they had. The Grizz at number 25. Pacers 26th overall pick. Followed by the Hornets, the Jazz, the Pacers, and the Clippers. So that is the NBA draft non-lottery order. We're going to find out the lottery order tonight. So again, be sure to subscribe and join us live, going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Who's going to win the Wembanyama sweepstakes?